Is your candy dishwasher not draining? This is actually a very common problem. About 35% of all dishwashers or service calls are related to drainage issues, so you're definitely not alone in facing this challenge. The good news is that most drainage problems can be diagnosed and fixed at home with some simple checks. Let's start with a quick initial assessment to identify what's going wrong. First, perform these 3 quick checks. Look inside your dishwasher tub for any standing water that hasn't drained. Check your dishwasher's display for error codes, especially E03, E04, or E22, which specifically indicate drainage problems. Here's what an error code display looks like on a candy dishwasher. These codes help pinpoint exactly what type of drainage issue you're dealing with. Also, listen carefully during the drain cycle for any unusual gurgling, grinding, or complete silence where you should hear the drain pump working. Now let's move to the most important step. Here's a crucial fact. 85% of candy dishwasher drainage issues are resolved simply through proper filter maintenance. So this next step is likely to solve your problem. The filter system inspection involves 3 simple steps. First, remove the bottom dish rack to access the filter area. Then, unscrew the cylindrical filter by turning it counterclockwise. Finally, remove the coarse filter that sits underneath the cylindrical filter. This catches larger food particles and debris. Here you can see what a dirty filter looks like when removed from the dishwasher. Notice how it's covered with food particles and debris that would prevent proper drainage. Now clean both filters thoroughly. Rinse them under warm running water to remove loose debris. Use a soft brush to gently scrub away stubborn food particles. Make sure to check that all the small holes in the filter mesh are completely clear, as even tiny blockages can prevent proper drainage. This is what your filter should look like when properly cleaned. Notice how clear and debris-free the mesh appears. Reinstall the filters in reverse order. First, place the coarse filter back in position, then screw the cylindrical filter back in place by turning clockwise. Make sure both filters are securely in place. Loose filters can cause drainage problems and damage your dishwasher's pump system. Now test your dishwasher by running a short cycle. In most cases, this filter cleaning will resolve the drainage issue completely. If water still doesn't drain properly, you'll need to proceed to more advanced troubleshooting steps. Before proceeding with advanced troubleshooting, safety is paramount. Always disconnect the power supply and turn off the water supply to your dishwasher. Ensure the work area is completely dry before beginning any inspection. The drain hose is typically located under your kitchen sink, connected to the sink's drain system. You'll need to access the area under the sink, which may require removing stored items from the cabinet. The hose connects either directly to the sink drain or through a garbage disposal unit. Systematically inspect the drain hose for several common issues. First, check for kinks or sharp bends that could restrict water flow. Look for any clogs or blockages within the hose. Inspect the entire length for cracks, holes, or other damage. Finally, verify that all connections are secure and properly sealed. The drain hose must maintain proper height to prevent backflow. Create a high loop that reaches the underside of the countertop, or install an air gap device. This prevents dirty water from flowing back into your clean dishwasher. Check your local plumbing codes, as some areas require specific backflow prevention methods. If your dishwasher connects to a garbage disposal, run the disposal first to clear any potential blockages. Verify that the knockout plug was properly removed during installation. This is a common oversight that can cause drainage problems. Ensure the hose connection is secure and test the disposal operation. If previous steps haven't resolved the issue, the drain pump may need testing. This is an advanced procedure that involves accessing the pump through the bottom panel and checking for debris around the impeller. You may need to test the pump motor with a multimeter. This step often requires professional expertise, so consider calling a qualified technician. If you live in a hard water area with over 180 parts per million hardness, your dishwasher faces 3 times higher drainage failure rates. Increase filter cleaning to monthly intervals and perform annual descaling. Consider installing a water softening system to prevent mineral buildup that can clog drainage components. If these advanced troubleshooting steps don't resolve your drainage issue, it's time to call a professional technician. This is especially important if pump replacement is needed, electrical testing is required, or if you've made multiple unsuccessful attempts. Remember to consider warranty implications before performing advanced repairs yourself.